North Edinburgh Childcare is steeped in history. We first opened our doors back in 1997, so we're celebrating our 20th anniversary this year. However, there was a campaign to get North Edinburgh Childcare where you see it today. That was a group of local women, headed up by a wonderful lady, Elizabeth McVeigh, MBE.
It actually started in 1990. We started off as an action group wearing T-shirts to try and involve other people in the community, but also to convince politicians, other agencies of how worthwhile this was.
There was a lot of childminders, that's what I used to be, who Betty sort of rounded us up and we were saying, well yeah, we love doing what we're doing, but we want it to be sort of in a local place, like in a big building, rather than just in individual homes.
They fought in the campaign, and this was old school. This was up outside council offices, placards, children in the buggies. We want affordable childcare in our community. They went on a trip to Belgium in '92, and that was a bit of a fact-finding mission. That was to find out, well, what else is available, what's out there, what can we take back to Scotland as good practice for our community, for the people living in our community. 6 years further on, their dream was realised, and this centre was built. Here in the centre, we work with children from 4 months to 5 years of age, so we are a partner provider with the City of Edinburgh Council. We lovingly call them our robins, puffins and penguins.
Shake, shake, shake.
And on that farm he had some chicken. E-I-E-I-O.
We were a 55-place nursery. That increased last year to 66 in response to the additional demand that we knew that we needed to meet.
What?
Take it out now. Oh wow, that's a good one, isn't it? Right, you go back to your seat. Remember to blow it, because it'll be very hot.
Okay. My name's Victor, I'm 53 years old and I've worked here for just under 2 years. Initially I started on the training and it progressed to a full-time job in here. I work with the penguins, 3 to 5s, I really enjoy working outside.
Come on, Ethan!
And I feel that I've been given the opportunity to work outside more, working for North Edinburgh Childcare.
We also have 7 after-school clubs based in local primary schools across our local community. So we're very proud to say we have a staff team in the region of about 114 staff employed by North Edinburgh Childcare, so we're also an employer within our own community. We support 500 children that supports over 400 parents to sustain their employment.
My name's Dion. I started off as the coordinator at the fort, and then I got offered the senior job at Granton, and I'm loving it, so it's really good.
I've been here since primary 1 and now I'm 11, and I like playing with my friends and doing my equipment training, which is like helping out in the nursery and interviewing people. I've been here for half a year and I'm 10, and I'm kind of the same. I like doing the recruit training and looking after the kids, and I like playing with my friends and baking. I've been here since nursery and now I'm 9, and I like doing like football and like at Holiday Club we do like football tournaments and we also do trips.
The staff and the kids are great. Like the kids round about my area that I know their families, so it's a very family, children orientated company. So it's really, really good.
A lot of parents that we work with are working in jobs that is not high ranking as far as salaries are concerned. Childcare elsewhere in the city is really, really expensive. So a parent wouldn't have access to the same opportunity as more affluent parents who live in other areas of the city. So there is absolutely no doubt that if North Edinburgh Childcare did not exist, there would be substantial amounts of people not in employment who currently are.
The whole ethos of the organisation is fantastic. We are here to help people in the local community and Edinburgh-wide now. We're here to help people lift themselves out of poverty by providing them with high quality affordable childcare. And although I nor my department work directly with the children, we obviously contribute quite heavily with the back side of things.
I first came here when I was around about 15 from school as a student, and then I progressed into the Childcare Academy, and I later got a job as a sessional worker with the children, but I later went on to work throughout reception. I went on maternity leave, and when I came back I went into the finance department, which is where I am just now.
We also have a whole training arm here in the centre. We're an SQA approved training centre, and we have contracts with Skills Development Scotland, an employability contract that supports our Childcare Academy, and a modern apprenticeship contract. So there's a fantastic route there for people to come in at a level 2 and progress on to level 3. And to date, we have put over 300 people into employment in our sector across Edinburgh and the Lothians. Again, an outstanding achievement for the organisation.
Well, I came into North Edinburgh Childcare as a part-time training and staff development worker, and the focus was mainly looking at the learning and development needs of the staff within North Edinburgh Childcare, which at the time was obviously Greater Pilton Childcare Centre. And then as we developed our ability to deliver vocational qualifications, so we became an SQA approved centre, my role then changed to becoming accredited training programmes coordinator for a few years. And then as the team grew, I then became training manager, and I've been there for quite a long time.
I came into North Edinburgh Childcare as a team leader for out of schools, and then I moved into the post as childcare and education manager a number of years ago now. And during that time I've seen an enormous change actually in the early learning and childcare services. We have now got 7 out of school clubs and provide 248 after school care places and 164 holiday care places, which is a huge development from when I first started here.
My name's Caitlin Clark, and I've been working here for 6.5 years now. I've done my level 2 in childcare development at North Edinburgh, and in my time there, that's when I got my first placement, so sort of been a stepping stone to where I am now from there.
The future for North Edinburgh Childcare is extremely exciting, I have to say. We do have plans to further develop the organisation. We're looking to grow and expand.
We're looking to build on this site. We're looking to increase the number of children that we can actually take here on site. That might be increasing the full capacity of the nursery up to 100. It may well be increasing it by another 100. We don't know as yet, so things are still in progress, but certainly we need to increase capacity to fulfil the demand that's out there within the local community.
I can't believe it's been 20 years.
And we've been fortunate, I have to say, as the employees. We've only had 2 managers in 20 years, and 1 retired, and sadly he died a young man. And Teresa's been here for a long time. So what we've had is we've had forward-thinking managerial staffing, which haven't waited and depended on what the board think. They've actually helped the board in a way in which we've went from having out-of-school care here and no training, and the training out with the building. So what we've got now is we've got a good training record, and that's all having good staff.
The best thing for me about North Edinburgh Childcare is its ability to recognise people's potential and support people to make the best of themselves, which I really feel genuinely that the organisation did for me and allowed me the autonomy to develop myself and the training service.
People are great, staff are delighted to work here and seem to have a great work ethic for actually being in a charity.
I think the best thing for me is that we're a learning organisation. That means that we never stand still and that we're constantly developing and improving our practice. Having a training department and early learning and childcare all delivered by one organisation is really a key strength in North Edinburgh Childcare.
It's definitely a unique selling point. I think we're the only one that I'm aware of actually that actually does that.
It's about encouraging people to think big. If you don't think big, you'll get half.
One of the things that's really important to North Edinburgh Childcare, and it's in the heart of everything that we do, our charitable purpose is to support people to lift themselves out of poverty, and we will never forget that. That's what's at the heart of North Edinburgh Childcare.
Thank you.